We'd better buckle up for this one. One team already ranked in the top 25, the other sitting just on the cusp and trying to prove a point in this one. Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll leave it with him. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. While the Big Ten has expanded with this massive continent-wide geographical footprint, the Big 12 has been really shrewd in positioning and maneuvering for survival, and they look for opportunities to win on the field like they'll have today.
Yeah, and the Big Ten's kind of taking what the Big Ten wants and expanding and not really worried about anybody else. So if I'm the Big 12, I'm like, yeah, you ain't worried about me, but you're going to worry about me today and on the field, and I can make a statement and prove to some of the true blue bloods in the Big Ten.
I just love the stylistic matchup in this one too, right? You think about the Big Ten running the football, defense, physical, and then Big 12 wide open, up-tempo, air raid offense. This one's going to be fun.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
To the ground with the back. He's in open space downfield.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Looking downfield, it's Carr. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Off play action on 1st down. Going for a big play right off the bat. It's a mid stride inside the 10. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal.
I love offensive coordinators that take shots in sudden change situations. You just got the takeaway. You're not wasting any time. Defense is jogging on the field. They barely have time to line up. You take a shot deep down the field, and you hit it, adding insult to injury to the opponent. That is a great play call.
He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
Unsuccessful 2nd down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively, trying to have success on 3rd down?
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Aggie.
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. So here comes the Michigan offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Hand off from the shotgun. Got enough for the first. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Attack. Touchdown, Michigan. Once he got some room, it was over.
This offense is so good, and they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Arkansas was anything but dominant today, but the Hogs are going to leave Razorback Stadium winners. A lot to work on, no question, but they avoid one in the outcome. Really unexpected outcome in this ranked-on-ranked matchup. The type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Finds his big tight end. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything, get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide open up.
Headed to the end zone. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
Man, I just love physical backs that break tackles and get those extra yards and show that toughness, Palmer.
He's so hard to get on the ground, David. He plays with great pad level and also has phenomenal balance for a running back.
Trying to barge their way in. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the direct snap, it's Marshall. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third you're trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
A third and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. Slams ahead, and he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas A&M. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. There he goes. Running inside the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Wolverines.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And he tacks on the extra point. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out. It's Butler. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading.
What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Well, as a quarterback, you know, if you put the ball anywhere near this guy, anywhere in his vicinity with his catch radius and his athleticism, he's going to be able to snag it. They weren't able to hit him in stride, but he bails his quarterback out with an awesome diving catch.
This offense lining up now at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Toss sweep right. Slithers into space. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
When you think Texas A&M football, man, you think running the football all the way back to the R.C. Slocum, a great Aggie head coach. You just want to be the more...
Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
Dropping back, it's Applewhite. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And he scurries out of bounds and wisely avoids taking the big hit.
I love it. The defense brings extra bodies near the line of scrimmage. They choose to blitz, get to him, try to speed up the processor just a little bit, force the scramble, no damage done. Nice job by this defense making him think really quickly and make a decision.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And the defense picks up the sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Hauls it in and looking upfield. The spin, still on his feet. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Takes a hit as he fires. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window
breaks into the open. Lowers that shoulder delivery. And another broken tackle. The 20. The 10. Touchdown, Michigan. He shed tackles like a snake getting rid of his skin.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. Fielded in the end zone. It's Washington. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. It's Applewhite. Catch in the middle, it's Bussey. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the first down. They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. Leaves it with the running back. They'll make the stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And more importantly, we've got an early barn burner as both teams have come out firing, as you'll see on the stats. No reason to think so far we won't see plenty more offense on display, or will the defense find an answer as we start the second quarter? Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season. And, man, you know he's looking for more.
The Aggies have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gain.
Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked, number 41.
What a great play. This guy is a force on this D-line. You think about Michigan football defensively, they've got dudes up front. Aiden Hutchinson, Brandon Graham, Mozzie Smith, Rashawn Gary. Guys that can win one-on-one and guys that change and force your game plan to have to adapt for them. You need to double-team these guys if you want to have any chance. This is that type of player. He's got so much ability.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. Books it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. He's got great speed. Touchdown Wolverines! Special teams proving to be special. He did that one all by himself. Make a few guys miss, turn on the afterburners, and boom, everybody's toast.
And that's why you got him back deep, because that guy can do that. You got to be explosive and quick and have good vision, and you see all those things on one punt return. Takes it back to the house, makes people miss, turn it on the gas. Great job, great return.
If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer us. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. And there he is again, another sack, channeling his inner Aiden Hutchinson against Penn State.
And that is high praise when you start comparing somebody to Aiden Hutchinson. Michigan, year after year, they find these dudes, man. The guys that will get after the quarterback. Hey, let's go, big fella. Let's go for that record.
Big noise in the big house for this huge third down play. Dropping back, it's Applewhite. Rushes on him. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the second quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger, because it's obvious. These offensive line, they cannot hold up, and they cannot get it done.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room, because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. The give to the tailback. Runs through the tackle. And he's knocked down in the backfield, but man, how many tackles did he escape before he was finally brought down?
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Wolverines will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Give him a different look. On the snap, it's Marshall. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get...
Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29. He's a one-man wrecking crew on this defensive front. This is the type of performance that can etch you in Wolverine lore forever.
And it's a great lore to be etched in. Obviously, year after year, you see so many dominant guys in the trenches. And this is how it's done. You stop the run first, you get...
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Goodness gracious, this is a master class, a clinic on how to get to the quarterback. The 7th sack of the game, are you kidding me? That's a season for some teams. They've lived in the backfield.
The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. To the air, it's Carr. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the left. Turning it on. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
From the 33, it's 1st and 10. On the move. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Pulls it in. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down.
Well, there's a great example of the receiver working back to his quarterback on the curl route against man coverage. He drives back towards the football, makes the catch, and gets the 1st down.
The Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. Shoots it to the left. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, it's hit triple zeros in a captivating game today in the American. Rice came away with the win today, but not in dominant fashion. In fact, the folks in Houston had to sweat things out for much of the 2nd half. Could have been better, but certainly could have been worse. Always fun to see 2 of the better programs in the American duke it out. A good barometer for both coaches, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They'll move the wide receiver. Touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Card in the backfield. It's Butler. Oh, he's got some space. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Texas A&M going quickly. Scanning the field, it's Applewhite. Trying to beat the D deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. On 4th down, going to the air. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Here comes the heat. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Power football with the run. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Throwing on the rise. Brings it down on the right side. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Wolverines will kick it away to crank up the second half. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. Like this offense.
There he goes. Got the first down and more. Getting up close to midfield, gets it to the 48-yard line before being run out of bounds.
I bet that running back's eyes got so big when he gets that handoff going to the right and he sees the huge holes. Yes, please.
The defense just didn't flow quickly enough. All of the blockers had leverage on their men.
And
he lobs one high down the left side. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's inside the 40. The 20. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. The Wolverines have it with a 1st and goal. Run in the red zone. It's Marshall. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to throw, it's Carr. Got it in the middle, it's Priestcorn. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for the goal line. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the offense doesn't bat an eye. They'll stay on the field and try to score from the one on 4th down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Touchdown, Wolverines! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And I like the decision to go for it. And I think a lot of people probably thinking this close to the goal line, 4th and goal, they're going to power it in. Nice job. They had this play ready. They go with the pass. Nice throw, nice catch. Huge job and huge execution on 4th down.
Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move it.
And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
And the Aggies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass, it's Applewhite. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. Breaks into the open. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line.
And that's perfect for this offense. Backed up towards your own end zone, make a play to create space, get some momentum going on this drive. Just what the offense needed to start this thing.
Pressure coming. Blasted as he lets it go.
Well, you haven't seen a ton of incompletions in this game, and that's good news for this QB. Obviously, he struggled his last game out. Part of that was the defense. Part of that was him not playing as well as he wanted to. But in this game, he really has been, for the most part, locked in, and that is a good sign for this offense.
From the shotgun, the inside give. They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18. Texas A&M trying to gig him in the red zone. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Caught near the sticks, it's Green. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Aggies.
Well, this offense has been physical. They came out in this game with a lot of pride and an ability up front and a belief that they can block people and get it done. They are dominating this defense. 3 rushing touchdowns now in the game.
And he makes the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They still have the lead, but a productive drive here would keep it a comfortable lead. The give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given him some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. To the air, it's Carr. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Back.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
What a great play. Winning one-on-one, getting home and getting a sack, and that kind of effort is going to get the big house fired up. These 100,000-plus Michigan Wolverine fans are on their feet screaming because of that dominant play right there coming from their defense.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Snagged in the middle. It's Bussey. Touchdown, Aggie! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. From the gun, the running back looking for room. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
How bold will they be on third down after that last run? Back to throw, it's Carr. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. And the Wolverines will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Out of the gun, the inside give. Moving past the 25. Turning it on. He's at the 40. At the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it Touchdown, Aggies.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Michigan offense. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, it's Carr. Gets it out quickly. Turns it on in midfield. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the 4th quarter.
He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play.
And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Michigan. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Coastal Carolina came in and applied their own mute button on this crowd. They silenced one of the most vocal home field advantages in football. And it's clear this Sean's team has adopted the mantra, let your play do the talking. Never a dull moment when it comes to football in the Fun Belt, and that certainly held true again today.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Oh, he's got some space. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. They give it to him again. Knocked down at the 31 after a gain of 5.
Well, the good news is you got the first down running it there on 2nd and short, but the bad news is you're down by quite a bit here in the 4th quarter, and 2, 3, 4-yard gains aren't going to get it done. You've got to start chucking this thing vertically to get back in the game.
He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. Texas A&M back to work with another first down. Dropping back, it's Applewhite. Here's the heat. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
The defense is just killing. Success after success after success. If I'm the offense, I got to change something up, or my quarterback's going to be forced to change because he's going to be in the injury team.
The Aggies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Moving away from pressure. On the run, deep down the right side. Got his man. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. And the Aggies didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Grabbed in the middle. It's Hill. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Back to pass. Oh, looked upfield too soon and dropped the football, and it'll be third down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
We know about this running back's versatility. He's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And now you start to feel desperate because down by multiple scores, the clock running out, 2.5+ minutes left on the clock. I got to do everything great now. I have no margin for error. My defense on this next possession, I have to get a 3 now. I have to force a turnover. I have to do something to get me back in this ball game right now.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
They needed that extra space as he bangs his way to the 14.
Big third down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on third down.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. The Wolverines come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. Wants to throw. It's Carr. Caught over the middle. It's Hansen. Gets away from one. Finds room. Really nice job to get it past the sticks. Pick up the first down at the 30.
Man, this tight end, he is like a receiver once he has the ball, isn't he? He's so elusive. He can make people miss. He's got some wiggle, and he's got some speed. This defense, they have their hands full trying to bring this guy down.
And the quarterback will just drop to a knee. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. And the quarterback takes a knee. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. Looks like the offense will just take a knee. Well, look what we have here, guys. After all the early season doubts, these guys have put together a winning streak.
They sure have. Man, they're just believing in themselves right now. This is a completely different looking team than what we saw early in the year. They're playing with so much more confidence. And David, when you start making plays, you start stringing W's together, that's obviously when